Okay, so wait, so then how did the last ship happen?
So then, the last ship happened. I was doing a play last August at the Southwark Playhouse in London, and another audition, Sting musical. I was like, all right, okay. I knew Joe was involved, Joe Mantello, the same director, and I went for it. I had no idea that they had done, because a lot of workshops in America, and didn't find their Meg, haven't found who they wanted, so they had to come to London, and the whole of the West End, everybody I knew was there auditioning for Meg. And
what did you sing?
there's 2 songs that I sing in the show, which was August Wind and
if you ever see me talking to
Sarah.
Yeah, sassy. Glass. Wait, so you said that at the audition, and then was Sting there?
Yes, he was.
Was he in a full yoga
I
pose?
did again. Not quite, but I did have with Pip Alien, same casting director.
Wait, is there anything she doesn't cast?
No.
Okay, so go on. So if you're on her bad side, it's not fun.
No, you don't want to. So I what they do is, I don't know if you do it here, but they do like prep auditions. So the casting director will call who they think's right for the part and do 2 or 3 prep auditions
like
before before the creatives come over. So we're well prepped, off book, ready to go. And Sting, Rob Mathis, all the creatives are there except Joe. And I sing River, Joni Mitchell. They ask you to sing your own song, and Sting was like, "Oh, that's one of my favourite songs." I was like, "Well, that's a good start." And again, I remember seeing Sting sitting up, with kind of interest, and you could see this in the peripheral. And I sung the songs, and I ended up on top of a table with my hands on my hips. And do you know what it reminded me of? Nancy. She's like a Northern Nancy, Northern England Nancy, and that's how I knew it was right for me, and it was very, very much my type of role. And that's why I kind of don't see me do front. I mean, I would love to get seen for it. They haven't really seen me for it from when I was...
I still think Fontine's similar though.
It's a bit twee for me, is it not?
Because she's sort of like, yeah, I'm dying. I guess so. Wait, so after that audition, then Joe came or something?
No, they recorded the audition. I had to do it again twice. They recorded it and sent it to Joe. They then flew me out for a final in New York.
First class?
No.
Oh, gee. Okay, that's alright.
This time I'm like, yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, baby, upper class.
Well, you got it.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
wait, so had you ever been to New York before?
Yes, on holiday.
And then did you see any Broadway shows? Did you see Wicked?
No, I saw Wicked when I was back,
okay.
But I couldn't. This time I had to concentrate. I really had to focus, and I was only over for 3 nights, and so they flew me over, and I had the final, and I remember sitting on the airplane going, why am I not nervous? This is mine. This is my time. I know this is for me. I just knew, as long as I don't up the audition.
But how would you have left the audition?
Like, went to pot. Like, literally felt far too nervous. Messed up the words. Like, didn't deliver the way I delivered in London.
And how do you prevent that from happening?
You know your words inside out. You know the role backwards. You have your own... I've done my own history. I've done my own plot. I know Meg. I've learned the script inside out. There's nothing could go wrong lyric-wise. There's nothing could go wrong.
I mean, but even if it does go wrong lyric-wise, you can still come back.
Yeah,
and
I did in my first audition for Sting. I messed up the words.
You did mess up, okay, but you still got it back.
Yeah.
So then after you had the New York audition, when until you found out?
2 days later, they were like, "We want her, but can she lose some weight?"
No. How do you just? Oh my God!
But I had only been about 6 months, so I had a bit of weight to lose.
You just given birth? Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's not long. Popped him out then.
How did you lose the weight?
Didn't eat.
I was reading some amazing healthy version.
No, I am now, but no. This is what happened. So they asked me. They loved me in London. They were like, "We want to fly her to New York, but can she lose some weight?"
Before the final audition?
Right, and that was fine. And so listen, Seth, honestly, it's like, is that all you want me to do? That's fine.
No, it's fine, but how much time are they giving you to do this?
3 weeks.
So what is that? That's supposed to be 3 pounds. It's supposed to be 1 pound per week is healthy.
Do you know what? It's so on PC. It's so, it's not, but you know what? It was like, for me, as a lot of women would be like, "You stupid woman, and you should have went, or your job." And it's like, no, this is my dream.
Yeah.
And we go on stage, we're performers, we're actors, our body is our tools, it's our line of work, it's what is expected of us, it's what people like, and it's fine by me. And I had just, and I did what I could. I didn't go crazy, then they offered me the job, and they were like, yeah.
Keep going, dear. And was it still just crazy starving yourself, or was it?
No, I wasn't. I didn't starve myself. I was joking. But I did just survive. I did. I just had what I could to survive.
And then how'd you keep it off?
The gym, which I love, and dancing.
The gym and the gin. Okay, so then once you started doing the show, when did the intimidation for being around Sting finally leave, or is it never actually left?
No, it definitely did. But it took me until we came back to New York. I was still like a fan, and couldn't actually look at Sting in the eye for 4 months.
Really?
Yeah.
And what was it like when he actually joined the show and was on stage with you?
Oh, that was, by then he was one of us. He was a cast member. He was always there. He was in every rehearsal. He is such a workaholic, and he is such a down-to-earth, working-class musician who just so happens to be massively famous.
And is he a real musician? Like, does he read music, or is he like, I just
Oh yeah,
hear
no,
it?
he was a music teacher. He was he's stepped in music. He is genius when it comes to music.
Any mistakes happened during that show?
Yes. A couple of times, maybe the hydraulics. Maybe the bridge didn't come in. The beams went the wrong way. Almost.
So would you stop the show?
There was a bit of a fire actually on stage. One of the sparks from the pyrotechnics kind of kept smouldering on the wood on stage, and they dealt with it underneath very, very quickly. It was fine.
Did they stop the show?
No, they didn't. They didn't need to. It was done very, very quickly.
What about during Wicked? Did you ever not fly or something?
Yeah, a couple of times.
Your thing didn't take off?
Oh yeah.
So you didn't defy gravity?
No, I didn't defy gravity. So I did vocally. I made up for it. You know what I'm talking about.
Cuts you 5 shows a week?
Yeah, this was the adrenaline kicked in, and I know how disappointed. So the audience are kind of looking up to the sky to see me, and then they see this little doll at the front of the stage.
5'1".
Right.
Just walk forward.
Yeah, trying to make up for no fly.
Okay, mortifying. Okay, so when did you find out the last ship was going to close, and who did the announcement? How devastated was the cast?
We got an email, a company, and we were all. I mean, we knew we were suffering. The ticket sales weren't amazing. We got mixed to lukewarm reviews. You know, they weren't coming in their droves that we thought might have happened, that we hoped for, But Jeffrey, our wonderful producer, was like, do you know what? By hook or by crook, this was at Thanksgiving. You know, when they told us Sting was going in. We are going to make it to the Tonys regardless. We're going to do what we can. We're going to make it to the Tonys. So we're all a bit like, really? Okay, but we trust you and we hope that's going to happen. And at the end of the day, they done whatever they could. They tried, they did everything. So, it was. And so then Jeffrey came, we got an email saying, can we all join Kathy and Jeffrey after the show Monday evening?
Company meetings are always, that's when you're like,
that's when we knew. I was standing in a line buying this much amount of clothes for Ben and I just went, put them all back, because I was out of work. I just knew I was out of work.
Oh, you're like, I can't afford this right now.
Can't afford that right now, mentally or physically. And so got to work, and a couple of texts went right on. So then we did the show, and I mean, honestly, we all just knew. It was like it wasn't okay. We're going to stay open. It was like we knew we were closed when Sting was gone. Who has a contract with Paul Simon touring the world, so he literally couldn't stay any longer, and he really did what he could. So we had a meeting afterwards, and they just said, "That's it, folks. We're so sorry to have to give you bad news, but we've got to close when Sting leaves."
So now you're hoping to get kind of a green card type of thing, so you can stay in
Well,
America?
I mean that would be a lovely idea.
You have to apply as like extraordinary artist or something, right?
Right.
I would think after starring in a Broadway show, you could get away with that.
I hope so. I really hope so,
You
because
just get letters from famous people, because I did that once for somebody. I would think like Sting would write
Sting,
it.
of course he will. Yeah,
That'd be, so you want to actually move to New York?
I think so.
Okay, well, okay, so in conclusion, we're gonna sing a song from a show that I think Rachel should do. I think it's very up her alley since it's not too legit. So here we go. But we need backup singing.
Oh yes, okay, this one. Okay. Looking out in the morning rain.
Here we go. 1, 2.
I used to feel uninspired. And when I knew I couldn't face another day, make me feel